A major scale consists of whole steps and half steps in a certain order. So the order is seen here as whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. This is important because if you don't know the key that you're in, that you know the tonic of the key, then you can start with that one note and you can build a major scale using the pattern whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, here's an example. This is the C major scale. You can see it consists of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. There are no sharps or flats in the key of C major. And there is a half step in between notes E and F, and there is a half step in between notes B and C. Remember, according to your chromatic scale and the notes on the piano, there is always a half step in between E and F and B and C. Remember, there's no F flat or E sharp, and there's no B sharp or C flat. Those exist as half steps in music. All right, let's see if you can build a G major scale. Here's a hint. This one does have one note in it that will be either sharped or flat. You'll need to use the whole step, half step, whole step, half step intervals to help you figure out which note you need to modify. Pause the video so you can get this done, and when you're done, unpause and the answers will be provided. All right, welcome to the G major scale. There's already a half step in between notes B and C naturally. Remember, there's no B sharp and there's no C flat. So that half step was already taken care of. But when you got to note F, there was a half step in between E and F. So in order for us to meet the qualifications for the major scale and for that interval to be a whole step apart, we had to make the F into an F sharp. And that made the half step into a whole step because there is a greater distance between E and F sharp than there is between E and F, which is a half step. Awesome. Let's see if we can try another one. Pause the video and see if you can work this one out. I'll give you a hint. It may require you to use either a sharp or a flat. When you're done, unpause the video and we can discuss the answers. Welcome to the key of F major. You probably noticed that there was originally a whole step in between notes A and B. So in order for us to meet the requirements to make that a major scale, we needed a half step in between A and B. The way that we made A to B a half step is by making the second note flat, which reduces the distance in between the A and B, making it a half step from A to B flat instead of a whole step from A to B. In the next video, we'll talk about the chords that are built off of the notes in these scales.